Hi, everyone. Congratulations on taking your first step towards earning your MBA. I am Lauren Perpetua, the Director for Recruitment and Marketing for our JMU MBA programs. I am also a recent graduate of our Innovation MBA program. I just graduated in May. So thank you for being here. In today's brief session, and I promise to keep it brief, I was serious about that 10 minutes. I know you're all busy and probably hungry for lunch, but I will discuss our applicant requirements, the nuts and bolts of the application process, and also I have today with me my friend Kaylin Burns. Kaylin is a manager of market development at GMAT, the organization that runs the GMAT and provides so many resources to MBA programs all over the world. So welcome, Caitlin. She's here. I know
I'm here. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. Thanks for joining. Looking forward to this session.
Awesome. All right, let's get started. So the JMU application process is pretty straightforward. We offer 3 separate programs with different concentrations. We have our information security program and our innovation program, and also our executive leadership program. In all of our programs, our students are full-time working professionals. And it's really important because they bring that experience and that professional experience into the classroom. And quite often I'm told that people are able to take the lessons that they learn in the classroom and the discussion and the diverse opinions that they receive in the classroom back into the job. So it goes hand in hand. Therefore, an ideal candidate would have 2 years of relevant work experience, 5 years for our EMBA program, our executive leadership program, a GMAT test score of above 530, and a bachelor's degree from an accredited university. We look for a 3.0 and higher, and we love non-business degrees. We see a lot of that. We get a lot of engineers, doctors. It's a very diverse program. One thing to consider is if you don't check all these boxes, please don't worry. All 3 of our programs are very small. We have small cohorts of 30 people, and that enables us to look at each applicant as an individual. Oftentimes I have candidates who graduated 20 plus years ago and their GPA wasn't a 3.0, but we'll consider their work experience over that. So the application, these are the items needed to apply: a current resume, a 250-word mission statement of your intent as to why you want to pursue your MBA, a GMAT score of 530 or higher, the contact information of the person or people that you want to be writing your letter of recommendation, your unofficial transcript. In the application process, you don't need to get a certified transcript. It's your unofficial transcript, and after you are accepted, we ask for that certified transcript. And again, that minimum of 2 years of work experience. Where to apply? You just visit our website, and once you're there, you will see this page will pop up, and right on that homepage, you can click Apply Now, which will then take you to this screen that kind of covers everything that I just talked about. So, and also you'll notice there are some prerequisites here. If you don't have those prerequisite courses, again, don't worry. We have a great program that we often recommend called mbamath.com. Actually, our friends at the GMAC told us about that, and we're very grateful for that, because you're able to take those courses on your own time and your own pace. And as long as you get them done before you start the program, we are happy. It's more so that you protect yourself. You're not walking in without having that foundation. Finally, we have an online application process. You create an account. And when you create your account, you're able to check back in and see when your letters of recommendation post. You can check on the status. And then you also have the ability to save it and not complete it and come back to it, which when I was going through this process, it was really important for me. I have a young family and I just didn't want to have to sit down and do it all in one fell swoop. So it's very user-friendly. So without further ado, I'm going to kick it off to my co-host over here. And thanks for being here.
Thanks, Lauren. So I want to quickly take you through the differences between the GMAT and the GMAT Online. So the GMAT has been around since 1953. At that time, business schools were realizing that they needed some sort of assessment for their candidates, similar to the MCAT or to the LSAT. and thus the GMAT was born. But since then, there have been many iterations of the GMAT, and it has really evolved into an assessment now that is highly regarded both by faculty, admissions, and employers, because it's measuring the skills that are in demand by today's top employers. In response to COVID-19, we launched the GMAT Online. This is going to be available to candidates through the end of February 2021. So please disregard that December 31st. To give you, what I wanted to do here is provide you with an overview of how the GMAT and the GMAT Online differ. The biggest difference is where you're going to be taking it and how you'll be taking it, whether in the comfort of your home or if you select a test center. The GMAT Online is a little bit shorter, and that's only because we have not included the analytical writing analysis piece. The other piece to look at is you may take the GMAT a total of 5 times in 1 year. That now includes the GMAT Online option. Currently, you can only take the GMAT Online twice in 1 year. So just take that into consideration as you're planning. When you're in the test center, you're going to have access to, I like to think of it as a legal note, like a legal pad, but the pages are all clear. They give you a special marker, and that's what you use for your scratch work. At home on the GMAT Online, you have access to an online whiteboard, as well as you can use a physical whiteboard as well. Please look at GMAT Online to make sure that you meet these size requirements for the physical whiteboard. If it's too large, they will not allow you to test with it. Depending on where you're taking the GMAT in a test center, the cost can be $250 to $275, and the cost for the GMAT Online is $250. Next slide, please. So the GMAT Online structure begins with a check-in process about 15 minutes. You will be required to do a system check as well as to download software. I encourage you to do this well in advance of your test day. I had a candidate do this and it was going to take several hours for it to download to their computer, and I don't want you to run into that situation either. You'll have the quantitative section. It's the same number of questions, the same content as what you'd see on the GMAT in a test center, followed by the verbal reasoning section. Again, same content, same question type, same number of questions as in the test center. And then you have an optional 5-minute break where you can get up from your test desk, go to the restroom, whatever you may need to do. Then you'll finish off with the integrated reasoning, which is 12 questions for 30 minutes. Your GMAT total score is at 200 to 800 scores. That's at 530 that Lauren referenced in the requirements for JMU. This is the score that we're looking for. You will receive a subscore for IR, but that is not calculated into the GMAT total score. Next slide, please. A couple of things to know about the GMAT Online. Again, that cost is $250. You can register for it on mba.com by creating an account. Appointment slots are available in 15-minute intervals 24/7. So if you're a night owl or an early bird, you can get the GMAT in. Your score is good for 5 years. And you'll receive a notification typically 3 to 5 days after you take the GMAT Online that your official scores are available to review. You'll log into your account, review those, and then you're able to send those scores at no cost to as many programs as you would like to receive your GMAT score. Next slide, please. If you're taking the GMAT in a test center, there are 3 ways which you can take the GMAT. It's what we call our section selection order option. We realize that we can't make the GMAT easier, but we want to make the experience easier. So if you are a candidate that would like to start off with verbal or with quant, you'll have that opportunity to do so. You'll make the selection day of in the test center. If you're using any of our official guide prep materials, you again will have that option to choose section selection order as well in your preparation. Again, your GMAT total score is 200 to 800 points, and that is based on your performance in the quant and verbal section. We have found that there is great reliability between the scores that you take in the test center as well as you choose to take the GMAT Online. And you'll see here that you do have that AWA section, which is a prompt that you'll receive, and you'll have 30 minutes to respond to. Next slide, please. If you're taking the GMAT in a test center, that cost is $275. You can take it up to 5 times in a year, but you must wait 16 days in between testing. So if you're planning on taking the GMAT Online tomorrow, you will have to wait 16 days to take it in a test center and vice versa. Your scores are still good for 5 years. And when you're in the test center on the day of testing, you will select 5 programs at that time to select your scores. This is a really great tool to take advantage of. Those 5 score cents are included in your registration fee of $275. It also helps you keep in mind what that average score that your programs are looking for, because in the test center, you will have the opportunity to review your official score once you complete the exam. Please know that you are able to send additional score reports. Those score reports cost an additional $35 for each one that you send over 5. Next slide, please. If you are a recent undergrad or you're getting ready to graduate from undergrad, we do offer special pricing for our undergraduate candidates. This is only good for in the test center, and the cost is $150 for each time you test. Again, able to test up to 5 times in a year, still have that 16-day waiting period, and your scores are still valid for 4 or 5 years. The difference here is that we do not provide an official score report for candidates at this time. The goal with this is to have undergrads test, because they're in that testing mode right now, get those scores, put them in their back pocket, go out, get a couple of years of work experience, and then apply to some MBA programs. So I will put my email address in the chat box. If you have any questions regarding the GMAT, please feel free to be in touch.
Awesome, Kaylin. Thank you so much for that. And it's my understanding too that once they get onto your website, there are so many tools that they can access to help prepare for the exam. And also, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, how you can be accepted conditionally without your GMAT score. So because we have small cohorts of only 30 people, apply soon, apply now. I will also be giving everybody on this this call an application fee waiver. So we hope that you do apply, and then you can take the time to prepare for the GMAT. You can be accepted conditionally, and as long as you have the GMAT and that 530 score posted before you start, you're set. And the resources are just awesome out there, so that'll really help. Again, I put my information in the chat as well. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. We intend for this information session to be very short because we want this to be your appetizer. So come back for your main course and your dessert, and we hope that this is the beginning of our relationship. So thanks again, Kaylin, and thank you everyone for being here.
Thanks for having me. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.